All right, guys, welcome back to the garden build series. If you want to know how we got to this point so far, I'll have a link in the description for the building of the boxes. So in the previous video, I cleared the spot, leveled it, and built the grow boxes. In today's video, I'm going to be building T-post supports out of 4x4 treated lumber in the far two boxes over there. It's going to take 6 8-foot long 4x4s to build the T-post, the T-frames in each box. So a total of 12 for 2 boxes. You're going to use 4 of them for the uprights. These are going to be buried 15 inches in the ground inside the grow box, no more than 10-foot span. And then on top of the 4x4s, we're going to put a 32-inch cross brace, and that's what's going to support the growing plants. So for the cross braces, I'm cutting 4 32-inch sections out of 2 of these 4x4s. 4 of the 32-inch lengths are going to be the top of the T-post, and then the other 2 32-inch lengths are going to be angled support braces. So right now I'm cutting 2 4x4s into 32-inch lengths. So now we're going to take 2 of these 32-inch pieces and go put some lines on them to cut the support braces. What we're doing here, we're going to lay out some angles on these 2 boards to create the cross braces that's going to hold up the T support. All right, let's go cut them out. I don't know if it's exactly 45, but it should be. This saw 10-inch blade is pretty much maxed out with these 4x4s. This is about all it will cut. We got 4 full-length 8-foot 4x4s that we're going to bury in the ground 15 inches, starting right there in that corner of the grow box, and we're going to space them about 10 foot apart. And then here's the tops of the T-post, and then the supports. Okay, so 4 of them. So next step is digging a hole. Since we need to be 15 inches deep, I'm going to dig about a 7 or 8 inch hole, because this board is a 2x8. So that'll put it, you know, at the right distance. I don't want it too high above the ground because you want the vines to be right at your, where you can reach. So the T-post needs to be just above your head. So that's going to be the next step, digging holes. Holes are dug. We're going to go assemble these T-posts. I'll probably just do it right here on the ground, since I don't want to have to carry all those heavy posts over to my workbench. So let's do that next. Okay, I already built one T-post, but my battery died, so I'll show you how it goes again. I marked the center of the T-post, the 4x4, and the center of the cross post, and I pre-drilled the center here to use. These are Timberlock 6-inch screws, and it actually comes with a driver bit, 5/8 inch drive, which are pretty expensive, so that's nice. But that's how I'm going to screw the tops to these posts here. So just line up the center of this board and the center line you made here. Get them flush. And that's that. These number 2 3-inch to put on the cross braces. Guys, I'm going to show you real quick how I set these posts. Once you get them all level and the holes dug, I use this level right here. But if you just have a small torpedo level, you just level 2 sides, okay? So you can get fairly close, this side and this side. And then I use this big metal tamper. You can get these at Home Depot. I don't even know what it's called. This is a Husky hole digger. And I use this end and put a little bit of dirt once you get it close. Put a little bit of dirt in there, tamp it down on all the sides you can reach. Level it again, tamp it again, put a little more dirt. Keep doing that until the hole is full. And then mound up the dirt, tamp it, and that's going to make a pretty solid, even though these are only in 15 inches, that's a pretty solid mount, even with dry dirt. Once it rains a couple of times and we fill this box up, I'll tamp it again, but this is pretty solid. That's how I did it. I showed you how I built the T-post, and now I'm gonna let you enjoy the benefits of YouTube while you sit back, enjoy the music, and watch me work. Time lapse. Alright guys, it is the calm before the storm in Texas. It's February 1st and it's nice, beautiful, warm day. Sun's out, no wind, but the weather is going to get bad. There's a big storm front on the way. Sleet, cold weather, snow. So I'm going to try to get this garden trellis system complete before the bad weather hits, and hopefully I'll be ready to start filling the boxes with dirt here in a few days after the weather passes. I'm going to be putting up support on the trellises. So let's look at what we're doing. Every one of our T supports are going to be connected with these 2x4s here. And once I get those connected, it'll secure these posts. Even though putting them in the ground just 8 inches, they're pretty solid. But these 2x4s are going to really firm up the structure. And once all the 2x4s are up, the next step is going to be I'm going to pre-drill some holes in 2 inches in from the end, both sides. And we're going to fasten some eye hooks and secure a 9-gauge fencing wire that's going to go all the way on both sides. Okay, so this wire is going to run inside the 2x4s, and that's what's going to hold up all of our vegetable plants, our vining plants. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. Putting up 2x4s and then running the wire inside the T-frames. All right, guys, we got it up. Didn't take too long. It's not perfectly straight, but not too bad either, I guess. Need to tighten some screws here. There's one board that was bowed the wrong way. So this board right here, I don't know if you can see that. I'm gonna take this one off and reverse it because it's bowed out quite a bit. Just don't like the way it looks. But there's the T-frames. Now, like I said earlier, next thing we're gonna do is run a piece of wire all the way down each side, about 2 inches in from the end, and that's going to provide the support for the vining plants. We'll also run a wire down here by the ground level all the way across, and we're going to secure the bottom of the plant here. And then what'll happen, every other plant will go to the left, and every other plant will go to the right. So you're going to have a V-shaped growing pattern here with your plants, and that'll provide air and circulation and sunlight to all the plants, and that's the goal anyway. So I'll keep you updated as I get this going. Got an update here. I went in and cut 12 pieces of these leftover 2x4s to 32 inches long. That's the same width as these cross members. So I'm going to go in and support these, put some bracing in these 2x4s right here in the middle all the way down. So 2 here, 2 there, 2 there on both runs. I did replace that bowed out board, made it a little straighter, but there's still some bowing going on these 2x4s, so I'm going to go ahead and brace them all up. Let's do that now. I got the supports up all the way down between the 10-foot 2x4s. I got 32 inch 2x4s doubled up in the middle of every one of these runs. So that's making it fairly solid. So next step, I'm gonna screw eye bolts into these T-frames here, 2 inches over and down towards the bottom. And that's where the wire, 9-gauge wire, is going to run. And it's going to run under these braces, through here, through that one, and connect on the end. So let's do that. There's the bolt. Okay, let's try that. Boxes are done. Boxes are done. Here's what we ended up with. On this side, I ran out. I didn't have enough of the big eye bolts, so I ended up using these turnbuckles to make the wire tight, which worked okay, but these aren't big enough. I would prefer the larger ones like this. So if you have a choice, get the larger ones and tighten them up by using the wood screw threads. That's plenty tight. So you got both sides, and like I explained before, the way this is going to work is you're going to plant your vining vegetables in the grow box, alternating sides. So as you go down the box, you'll alternate the seeds or the plants, and when they grow, you're going to have a wire at the bottom at the dirt level. You're going to train the vine up a piece of rope. So we're going to use baling twine tied to the bottom wire and the top wire in a V pattern. So every other plant is going to go to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right, and that will give plenty of space for the plant to grow, get sunlight and air. And that's the theory behind this system. Okay, so I've got 2 supported T-frames with wires, the 4 boxes total. These are 18 inches wide by 30 feet long, secured with PVC pipe. It's 26 pieces of 15-inch pipe total for each box. And those are hammered into the ground and screwed into the side of the grow box. Okay, so there's the system. It's all complete. Now I'm just waiting on this weather, the storm that we're getting here in the next couple of days. And once that passes, I'm gonna start my pre-fertilizer mix. We're gonna spread the fertilizer in the bottom of these grow boxes, and we're gonna fill it with soil, compost, whatever type of soil I get. Something real good for the plants. So there it is so far, guys. Be sure and subscribe and hit the little bell thing, and you'll get notified when I post the next video. This is part 2 of possibly 5 videos. The first video will be a link at the end that showed me clearing the land, building the boxes. Second video is all about the T-frames. And then the third video is going to be probably probably fertilizer and soil. And then the fourth video is probably going to be my irrigation system, which I'm going to run automatic watering pipes in these grow boxes. And then the last possibly video, and then some updates, will be seeds and transplants and just growing the garden. So be sure and subscribe, hang out, and check back for more. Thank you all for watching.